Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Bedrock survival series. We still have a little friend here, chilling. So this episode is going to be less about exploring and more about building and setting up a decent base and a nice home for us. So what my plan is... I forgot to mention, last episode I did make myself a diamond sword with a couple of diamonds that we found in the village. I think it was the abandoned village, somewhere that way. Yeah, so we've got a diamond sword, which is good. We have plenty of food and things like that. So what I'm going to do is head back over to that abandoned village, because there's quite a big sort of cave system there, to gather up some stone and start building ourselves a nice house. I could take the stone from under the ground, there's my old sword, from under the ground on our little island, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to hollow it out or anything, so I'd much prefer to just take it from there and bring it over, and hopefully in the process we'll find some more iron and some more coal and stuff like that. So yeah, this is going to be more centered around building, so let's get on with it, shall we? Hi guys, and we are back. That took a number of hours. I think it's fair to say that I got a little bit carried away to go from what we had, which was essentially a campsite. I don't know, I went all out and I made sort of a permanent base that we could probably use for most of the time on this playthrough, so yeah, it was fun. There was a lot of grinding involved. I think I recorded the first part of this episode around a week ago. It didn't take me a week. I've been away for a few days. I actually went to London to see a musical called The Waitress that was really good. I got to meet one of my favourite singers. It was awesome. So yeah, I think in total the build of this took me around 8 hours. That was involving getting all the materials and other bits and bobs. Because of what I actually wanted to do. So here it is. It's just getting dark. So yeah, this is what I've done. I've watched a few tutorials in my time of playing Minecraft, but this thing I built without looking at anything. It's just kind of stuff that I've learned throughout my time using tutorials. So I built this little dock area, which I think is quite cute. It's not too symmetrical. It's not too like in your face. Got some barrels, a little lantern. This is the front of our house. So you can see I textured it with different. I've used some mossy cobblestone and also just some plain stone, just to give it a bit of depth. I've also got some areas of like dirt and other bits of cobblestone and stone bricks and stuff. This area I really like. It's sort of like a work area. So we've got the anvil and the grindstone and our campfire and stuff. And I've got like our stone cutter, and I thought if I put these here it might look like I'm working on something, or I just think it looks really cool. We've got this boat here. It's kind of like we're working on this boat, we're building this boat up. A lot of things get stuck in this though, which is quite funny. Yeah, I really like the addition of the campfires. I think it makes it look pretty nice. There's also a campfire up there, which I'll show you a closer view of that. That's a chimney. Yeah, so this is the front. Oh, and I made these little like lantern things, which I think are quite nice. Obviously, there's a lot of lanterns around, but at this stage in the game, it's kind of our only, apart from torches, it's kind of our only lighting that we can get. But yeah, I use stairs and trapdoors and stuff. I just wanted to make it look different. But I didn't want to go too sort of medieval looking with it, because obviously we're on a beach, which is why I went for the granite roof, because I thought it made it look a little bit more beachy. I don't know your opinion, but that's what I think anyway. So I'll do you a quick tour of just the outside. So that's the front, which I really like. There's a few of these lantern things around. Let's get this guy. Yeah, so I made a little bit of a farm. It's probably not the most efficient farm, but I think it looks nice. So I went for this sort of design. So we've got some potatoes growing here, and some wheat. We don't have many seeds at the moment, so that's all we're growing for now. Got our tools and stuff here. So that's our little farmland for now. I'm living on potatoes at the moment. Yeah, because I used all the bread quite quickly. Yeah, so this is the chimney, which is there in that particular area for a reason, which I'll show you when we go inside. I just wanted to make it look kind of random, like it's a little bit beaten down, like an old sort of beach house. So that's that, and then we have the back, which I went for an L shape. I don't mind square houses, but I like to change it up a little bit. So I went for the L shape, similar to the front of the house. This pillar is here because I think there may be a spawner below there in that area. I'm not sure, but I marked it just to check that out at another time. Went for some nice stained glass, which I like. If we head back this way, you notice as well I've put cobblestone and dirt tracks and stuff like that all the way around. Just try and blend it all together on every side. Looks a little plain, this, but we could change that up a little bit at some point. So I think I'll show you the interior. There we go. Yeah, so this happens a lot. There's a lot of cows here. Yeah, so another thing that's just reminded me of, just over that way, which you can see, I've just made a a little area to get animals and stuff. Well, mainly cows, because I figure that beef's probably the best type of food on this game. Yeah, so those cows that are in there, I actually found all of them at once. It was, I don't know where they all came from, they just spawned all of a sudden. I have got a clip of it actually, I can show you now. Yeah, they just kind of appeared out of nowhere, which is quite funny. Loads of cows following me. Yeah, everything gets stuck in here. Just fine. Sorry. Okay, so, oh yeah, so there's barrels out here too, which can be used as storage at some point, I guess. But I just like how they look. I think it looks cool. If we head inside, this is the inside. Notice there's a lot of sort of blank areas, but we will fill that with things at some point. Now, the main bit, I started building this, and I started putting in just a normal floor, and then I had this idea, because I thought, we're right near a coral reef, wouldn't it be cool to sort of carry that on in the house? And I think it looks pretty good. There's fish in here as well. They don't really move around very much, but there's quite a few in there that I just went and caught in buckets for a long time. And sea pickles and stuff for lighting. The glass, I used squid ink to dye it black, because I think black is actually the most transparent and it's less blocky than the clear stuff. I killed so many squid for this, about 5 billion I think in the end. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I would have liked to have got some proper chunky bits of coral in here, but we don't have silk touch or anything yet. And obviously, probably at this stage you wouldn't try and do something like this, but I just had to do it. Once I thought of it, that was it. So we use bone meal instead, just to get these little bits of colour. So maybe at some point when we do get silk touch, I can add some proper coral in here. Could even make it deeper or whatever, but for now I think it looks pretty cool. Huge storage area, always handy. So we've got everything going on in here, all nice and neat, which I like. Yeah, all good, all organised, makes me very happy. And a lot of these are empty, which I'm sure they'll get filled eventually. This design, I can't remember which tutorial it is that I watched. There was a few actually that use the fence posts and the lanterns for like a lighting design, so I use that. It looks pretty nice. Made like a 4-poster bed, which is cool. This chest has things in it that I think are sort of important, I guess. So I know I did say I was going to mine at that village, which I did. I actually found a spider spawner there, which we'll put to use at some point. But I just started thinking, you know, it would be so much easier if I had a mine near my house. And this island is actually much bigger than I thought it was. So just that way, I did start a strip mine, which helped in getting all the materials for this place, because the amount of granite I needed was crazy. Enderman kicking off outside. So this, you'll notice there's only 4 bookshelves here, but this is going to be the enchantment area. So I have got an enchantment table ready, and some lapis and stuff. And this I made into like a little brewing area. So we keep all of our brewing ingredients in here, and our glass bottles and stuff in there. And I thought it looked pretty nice, with little bits of shelving and stuff like that. And this cool design, just to make it look fancy. So this, I don't know what we're going to add here. Oh, and we have this whole wall of all the different types of furnaces, which I think looks really cool. And obviously the chimney goes from the back of this up. which is awesome. But I do like this whole... I've got some iron in there. I think there's some gold in here as well. Yeah, I do like... Oh, wait, where does food go? Oh, I don't need food. Where am I going? There we go. Nope. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I really like this design. It's like a big, huge furnace. It's cool. May as well get this food on the go, actually. And we'll take that. So I'm quite happy with this whole place. I think it looks a little bit bare in places, but we didn't really have a lot to sort of fill it with. I just kind of went for it with the big giant forever home, so I'm sure it'll change and adapt over time, but for now I'm really, really happy with it. Especially since it's the first thing that I've ever sort of set out and built without literally following a step-by-step tutorial. So yeah, I'm very happy with what I have achieved. Also found a lot of diamonds in the strip mine, which is why I have these diamond tools. Still have the iron armour. I did end up putting the Aqua Affinity book onto the helmet just because I changed my mind a few times about down here, and it took so long to get rid of the sand or to mine things under there, so I had to whack that on there just to help me out. What book do we have left? No, that's not very good anyway, but you know, we could stick that on some new boots or something. I've noticed there's some particles coming off of this. I don't know if it's because of the squid ink. You just saw it then, but every so often you see like black particles coming off of it. So I'm not sure what that's related to actually. So if you know, let me know. But what I might do is see what armour. So I kind of spread. I usually like to have craft tables in the floor, but obviously it would look a bit weird in a glass floor, so I've just kind of spread them around. Probably add a few more, it's just they're easy to get to. So I think what we will do is make ourselves a chest plate and leggings, because they're kind of the two things that protect you the most, I think. So we'll stick those on. We're looking very multicoloured at the moment, which is fine. We are fine with that. We'll whack the diamonds back in there for now. And hopefully soon we'll have full diamond armour and we can start thinking about enchanting and stuff like that. I'll quickly show you the strip mine and the farm, and then we'll probably call it on this episode, which seems to have taken forever. Yeah, so this does look kind of plain, but obviously that's the wall of chests, so I can't really add windows and things like that, but I will add things. It's sort of a basic... the roof as well. It took me such a long time to figure out. I don't know really if it's that great, and I'll show it here, but I don't... It took a while to get it to look decent, because I wanted it to look different. I didn't want to just like a full sort of pointy roof really high. I wanted to do it on sort of different levels. So if we just jump down here, I like this effect, kind of like a cobbly effect. These corners took a lot of figuring out. So I'm quite happy with this side. There's a little bit of wood showing there, which I'm okay with. And this bit looks a bit odd, I think, and sort of unnatural for a roof. But I mean, I guess I could replace those with steps, sort of blend it in more. But for now, I think it looks good. Plus it's the roof, and obviously this bit looks a bit strange as well. But I think it's okay. To say it's my first roof that I've done by myself, and for how big it is, I'm quite happy with it. I do like the colour of the granite, and I like the trim of the stone bricks. It gives it a little bit more depth. Anywho, we will get rid of this. Go say hey to the cows. Check out the mine. And then call it a day, I think, on this episode. But yeah, I do like this. I think I saw this on Pinterest somewhere, this sort of design with the logs, like a staggered sort of effect. I know a lot of automatic farms have the staggered thing like that. I don't know how they work. I'm also terrible with redstone. I mean, what are you guys looking at? So yeah, all these cows, I think I might have bred maybe one, but oh no, that might have been on my pocket edition. I'm getting them mixed up. I think all of these cows were just kind of chilling there. So I just got a piece of wheat and just like, hey, come with me. And I think there's 7 altogether. That was quite funny. And still trees dying over here. I had to collect so much wood. So much of everything. Because we had nothing. I think we had 2 chests or something. And that was it, so... where is this mine? I do lose my bearings. Yeah, I think it's this way. So I went away from the main house, because I didn't want to mine directly under the house. Just because it's quite close to the water and stuff. So is it down here? Oh my gosh. No, it's this way. You think I'd remember all the toing and throwing I did from this place to get all the granite and the cobblestone and stuff. I will get there eventually. I've come this scenic route. Yeah, it's down here. I'm sure it's down here. 100%. Yes, there it is. I soon discovered that we needed steps because it was such a pain jumping up and down on these blocks. So this is the strip mine. Yeah, so pretty basic 2x1 tunnels, 2 blocks apart, and just sort of carry on until I can't carry on anymore. For lava reasons or ravine or... Yeah, but we've got quite a lot of materials. There's nothing in there at the moment, I emptied that, but we've got quite a lot of materials just from mining and purely looking for granite and stuff like that. We came across a lot of diamonds because I figured I may as well mine on diamond level even though I'm looking for granite just in case, and we found quite a few, so that was good. So yes. Okay guys, so that is it for this episode. It was quite a long-winded project for early game, but I wanted a permanent home and I think I achieved it, so I hope you like it. Next episode we are going to check out that spawner that could possibly exist by our house, which would be great, although I've not heard zombies from there for a while, so it may have just been a collective of zombies, I'm not sure, but we will have a look. And obviously check out the spider spawner and maybe make ourselves some sort of XP grinder. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you like the build, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye for now.